It seemed like it was finally happening. Joel Embiid was going to face off with Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets in Denver for the first time since 2019. Key teammates Tyrese Maxey and Tobias were both out with injuries, but as we neared tip-off, Embiid wasn't even listed on the injury report at all. But then, at what felt like the very last moment, we got the tweet from Woj that said Embiid would miss the game against Denver with knee soreness. It's now been 5 years since we saw him play in Ball Arena. That was before either player had won an MVP, before the coronavirus pandemic, and before the top player on the West #1 seed heading into the night, Anthony Edwards, had even been drafted into the league. Embiid continues to dominate Jokic in Philadelphia, and then refuses to play him in his house. It's some of the most embarrassing stuff I've ever seen from a superstar. Without Embiid, Maxey, and Harris, it felt like we were about to witness an easy win for Denver. However, that wouldn't be the case, as one big man for Philadelphia actually did show up. That would be Paul Reed, also known as BBall Paul, who unlike Embiid isn't afraid of Jokic or the moment, and went toe-to-toe with the two-time MVP. Reed finished with 30 points, 13 rebounds, and a couple of steals, while shooting 67% from the field. He almost single-handedly kept the Sixers in the game, and although they did lose by 6 points, it was still an extremely impressive performance from Reed, Coach Nurse, and the depleted Sixers. We could see Reed continue to grow as Embiid misses games, and really blossom with the opportunity provided to him. If you can go up against Jokic and do this, you can do it against almost anyone. It's a super promising sign for Philly's future, and fans should continue to be excited by the glimpses they've seen of Reed over the past couple seasons. At least one Sixers center shows up in Denver. Now let's take a deeper look. Before we get into BBall Paul stepping into Embiid's shoes and not missing a beat, if you enjoy my content and watch a few videos of mine, think about subscribing. 96% of my viewers are actually not subscribed, so if you watched me before and enjoy the content, drop a sub and comment down below. It really helps the channel. A few weeks back, Paul Reed expressed his expectation to mirror Embiid's commanding performance every time he starts in place of the reigning MVP. Since he scores 30 points and gets 10 rebounds, I need to get 30 points and 10 rebounds in his place, Reed said at the time. Indeed, the 6'9" center accomplished precisely that against the Nuggets when Embiid was unexpectedly sidelined due to a sore left knee. Reed concluded the game with a career-best 30 points, 13 rebounds, and 2 steals. Notably, he even outperformed Denver's center and two-time MVP Nikola Jokic during extended periods of the game. "You don't have the name B-Ball for no reason," Kelly Oubre Jr. said, referring to Reed's BBall Paul nickname. "He is basketball, so I'm just blessed to watch him grow, develop, and find his stroke in the league. I think the sky's the limit for him because he works his butt off. So with opportunity equates to success, and that happened today." Reed made 14 of his 21 shots in the outing, including going 2 of 4 from deep. Afterward, Jokic gave him a lot of credit. "We don't need to talk about Joel Embiid, not just because he didn't play, but because I think Paul Reed played really good for them," Jokic said while bombarded with questions about Embiid sitting out. "And we need to give him credit. He was fighting, he attacked the glass, he shot the ball really well. I think he deserves, in this moment, more time than Joel." However, Reed wasn't ready to take all the credit for his performance. "I feel like a guy like Nikola Jokic, it says a lot when you can put up a lot of points against him," Reed said. "To me, it's just Pat Bev, my point guard, making it easy to score out there, putting me in great positions to get good shots, and making the game easy for me." Certainly, this served as a nationally televised breakout for the fourth-year player. In front of over 19,000 spectators and a national ESPN audience, he demonstrated his significance to the Sixers moving forward. "Every time I step on the court, I'm looking to do that," Reed said. "Without our top 3 scorers, I knew I had to step up and be more of a scorer tonight for the team. So that's what I was trying to do. And he did a great job of doing just that." At least one Sixers center shows up in Denver. Thanks for watching. I'm Herm. Have a good one.